Now let's go ahead and take a preview of our top headlines this morning, starting off with the breaking news that came in around 3:30 this morning. A tragic start to the new year. A collision between two vehicles, a car and a distributor truck on Gateway East and Pandel has led to one fatality. In education news, as we first brought you as breaking news yesterday at 6, Socorro Independent School District Board announced they have accepted the appointment of a TEA conservatorship. And former President Trump once again sparked controversy at a campaign rally over the weekend with comments about a bloodbath if he's not reelected. A Haitian asylum seeker has been cleared to leave a hospital after giving birth inside an airplane landing in Juarez. Health officials are warning of an uptick in respiratory viruses ahead of the Thanksgiving weekend, with flu activity increasing, RSV infections particularly impacting young kids, and COVID-19 numbers elevated. Health officials are warning to take precautions. This includes early testing, vaccinations, or staying home if you do not feel well. And the police department says they're releasing it to the public to introduce a path towards a safer community. The footage and audio, while edited, is still extremely shocking, and viewer discretion is advised. To this is actually pretty cool. Now get your hiking boots ready because the 2024 Hike-a-thon series is coming back next weekend at various trails, and according to the city there are a total of 5 hikes here at the 7200 block of Royal Arms. Now El Paso police tell us that the call came around 3 a.m. I just want to show you really quick what the scene looks like right now. You can see that there's not much activity as there was early this morning, but as we mentioned, 2 suspects entering a vacant property. Both are in their early 20s, to be exact around 24 years old, and are both now in custody. However, the PIO Detective Judy Oviedo says one of them were transported with serious injuries.
Jasmine, good morning.
Well, good morning, guys. As you can see, I'm right inside, sitting here of the Gravedigger. I'm right here also with the driver, Tyler Meninga. Now tell us a little bit about your car and how you started this. And does this have a warm, is this gonna heat my bottom? If you like coffee like me, then you'll want to stop by this local coffee shop called Rally Point Coffee on the Northeast, because this coffee has a special kick to it. Okay, let's see if I can do it. But you know what I need? I need my hat. Kim. All right, I think I can do it. You tell me if I'm good, okay?
Okay. I'll be honest.
Oh gosh, okay. All right. How was that?
That was good.
Yeah? Okay, that's great. While it might be a good idea to come out here to the park and bring your kids, well, El Paso Fire Department urges the borderland community to stay in cool places and make sure to drink plenty of water, because today is going to be a hot one. Triple digits. We're going to be looking at those rain chances just across the borderland. You can see Deming 66, Alamogordo 65, Guadalupe Pass 67, Silver City right at 60. But here in the Sun City, we are predicting 70 degrees with Juarez just 69. So those 10% chance of rain will be lingering throughout the day. Forecast lows for tonight, we are going to be looking at partly cloudy with rain chances as well, even with Las Cruces right at 46. You got Guadalupe Pass 36, but we're going to be looking at those 40s overall. And we're looking at 40% chance of rain on Wednesday, Thursday, 10% with a little light rain right there, as well as AM, PM showers by Friday. But guess what? This weekend is going to be beautiful, although there will be some winds there. We're going to be looking at those low mid 60s. So that's good news for us. However, those rain chances might come back next Thursday, so make sure to have the umbrella with you just in case. Spur 601, Loop 375, you'll definitely see lots of construction. That left inside lane will be closed off starting at 9 a.m. to 3:30. So like I said, keep in mind, there's going to be lots of construction workers out there. Just want to show you right here what it's looking like there on north of Montana Avenue. The construction work is still out there. Of course, you can see that they have some stuff set out on the side of the roads right by the barriers, but it doesn't look like it's impacting traffic right now. Those lanes are at 2 right now. It's looking pretty smooth early this morning, but you know that traffic starts to pick up later in the day, especially that afternoon rush. TxDOT and El Paso Police traffic have reported there's a crash alert out there on US 54 and north. So if you're headed out there, there is an incident going on in that area. So you can see if you can take a detour. There's lots of backup going on. As you can see, the red just means that it's actually gone down here all to Trowbridge. So keep in mind, there's lots of police activity. Those 3 lanes off to the left are closed off. So lots of closure right there. So if you are going out this way, see if you can maybe take the side road or something. See if you can skip that collision that's happened. 25 miles, the speed is what it's looking like. Usually we can drive 60 miles speed, but from what it looks like right now, it's really bad. So if you are headed on Gateway Boulevard East and I-10 in Geronimo, keep in mind there has been a collision. There are 2 vehicles have crashed. That is the only update that we have right now, but we will keep you updated how the roads are looking throughout the newscast. But I do want to give you those drive times if you're headed out to any of these other places really quick. If you are headed out to west of downtown, we're looking at 11, Lee Trevino to downtown as well, 11 in downtown to the airport. If you're traveling, we're looking at 14. So everything's looking good so far in that end. But for now, I'm going to send it back to you guys. That right lane closure starting at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. later today. We're going to have some maintenance going on. I-10 and Wrestler, though, you can see everything's looking pretty good so far for your morning commute. So if you are headed out the door, you're going to go to work, or if you got to go, I don't know, meet a friend early in the morning, if you guys are early birds, everything is looking pretty nice so far. Where I'm standing, 2 migrants were caught running down from Monte Cristo Rey all the way down here to these culverts. Now, both Border Patrol agents rushed out of their vehicle to catch them. The encounter took place as the agents were taking us back to our vehicle. Take a listen.
I thought, yeah, he's on too. I got him. They're hiding right here.
With 15 autonomous surveillance towers across the El Paso sector, each of them are scanning and surveying all borders 24/7.
We need to know what and who is coming illegally into our country between the ports of entry.
Well, Stephanie, let me first say that while I was at Sacred Heart Church yesterday, I saw like a couple hundreds of Venezuelan migrants out there, and I actually spoke to a few, and they actually tell me how Title 42 is going to affect them now moving forward. Take a listen.
A lot of people are going to be detained, and if they're detained, they will be sent back all the way to Colombia since Title 42 won't exist.
For these migrants, a journey of weeks came to an end here at Sacred Heart Church, all with the knowledge of Title 42 deadline. As many more migrants continue to cross this border wall that you see right behind me, many don't know and realize the traumatic experiences that they have to go through. As one Nicaraguan migrant tells me that she was one of the survivors from cartel.
Thought that I was one of the survivors from the cartel. Then again, I was sexually abused.
Those are the words of a Nicaraguan migrant who crossed the border early December, not realizing her experience crossing the U.S. would be a dangerous one. Senior staff attorney with Las Americas immigrant advocate in El Paso, Nico Palazzo, says migrant women crossing the border to the U.S. from Mexico have a higher risk of getting sexually abused by cartel smugglers, also known as coyotes.
And so on top of that, they know the vulnerability that these individuals confront. Many of them are undocumented in Mexico. And so, you know, as a form of bribery or as a you know, they will exploit female migrants. They will sexually abuse them on condition that their own security, the migrants' own security and well-being is very dependent on the coyotes.
As many have been victimized to certain health issues.
Make the choice to have an abortion. They have a lot of diseases and infections as it relates to the sexual assault. And so these are just factors that are aggravating their general vulnerability in Mexico.
A mother of 5 with 2 grandchildren seeking shelter at the rescue mission of El Paso, sharing her experience.
Saturday, when I jumped on the bus in Echo, they told us to give them a ticket and cell phone because they were going to take a video of us. The bus driver knew what was going to happen to us, and even the company knew what was going to happen.
The Nicaraguan migrants say when they ended up in Durango, Mexico, that is when one of the cartels took advantage of her, leaving her with no money in her pockets, kidnapped with many others, and unable to shower for 8 days. Palazzo tells me that many of these migrants that go to the shelters here in El Paso are afraid to go to them because they're afraid of being deported or afraid of law enforcement in Mexico. Reporting near the U.S.-Mexico border, I'm Jasmine Perry, KTSM 9 News. Good afternoon, guys. So I'm here at cave climbing. As you can see, it's pretty easy to be up here on Executive and Mesa, but what I do want to tell you is that the owner here tells me that while it might look easy to train, it's actually going to help out your muscles and your tendons. And I'm here for a second chance. Take a look. Rock climbing may look like a challenge. Even with 30 years of experience, professional rock climber Jason Kell, who climbs in Waco tanks on a regular basis, advises climbers to hike early in the morning, especially during the current triple digits.
In the heat, your skin doesn't last as long. It starts, hurting faster, usually done by like midday, and the hike out is usually the worst part because it's so hot by that time.
And find caves like this to stay cool. And while rock climbing can keep you physically active,
for me, it's like a really good mental release. Aside from the physical, like it is very difficult, puzzle that you're trying to figure out, and like you forget everything about your stress from the week and you just climb and you just focus on what you're doing in front of you.
And if it's the first time trying the physically and mentally demanding sport, cave climbing owner and instructor Andrew Baxter teaches newbies like myself.
Go ahead and stand up with your legs and reach for the next hold. Yeah, there we go, just like that. Okay. Now let's move a foot up here. And same thing. Yeah, perfect.
Alongside his sidekick Zane Cummings, who uses handholds similar to the ones found on local mountains and cliffs.
Essentially, the different colors indicate different climbs, and so the way we set it up allows people who have never climbed before to come in and just start just like that.
The colors and the training allow climbers as young as 7 years old, all the way to 86 years old, to enjoy the demanding sport, all without a net or rope support.
That means is you're climbing and you're not hooked in with anything, so we don't use ropes or anything like that.
But no need to worry, the floors are covered in 1 foot of foam, designing to catch you if you fall.
As far as the difference between this and outdoors, we try and model some of our climbs after the Waco tanks climbing area. That way people can get a sense of how it is to climb outside, so you do have that as a positive. Yeah, there we go.
Now Baxter has 11 years of experience, and he actually encouraged those who actually want to go ahead and rock climb to go ahead and come here first before heading out to places like Waco Tanks. But he also says, which is pretty cool, they have the kids summer camp going all the way till Thursday. So right now, drop-ins are available. Reporting in West El Paso, Jasmine Perry. Back to you, Stephanie and Trevor.